Hi, Jenny. Hi, Amber. Hi, Chris. Hi, Jack. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Danielle.
Hi, Lauren.
Hi, Kathy. Hi, Miss Molly. Hi, Violet. Who is logged in as me that doesn't have their video on? That's not me. Laura is Lauren Sims.
I'm gonna log out and then log back in. Hold on.
That's funny. I was like, wait, I was like, my video's on. And I was like, oh, that's because that's not me.
That's from our call last night. I'll log out. I'll be right back.
That's funny.
This is Chris. This is Chris Marshall. Yeah, how are you? Sounds like I thought you hopping in the car or hopping out.
Hi, Samantha. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Ashley. If you guys are able to turn on your videos, I want to see your faces. Ashley's like, I've been up since 2:30 in the morning. But that's a rise. You're allowed to celebrate. Hi, Samantha.
I been home, so I'm gonna keep my audio off. Good to see you.
Thank you. I'm going to mute everybody in just like 1 minute. But hey, you guys know the drill. Tag one team member, upline, downline, crossline. If they're not on the team, send them the link. Like, I just truly, truly believe that. Like, our energy is so contagious, and I want to fire everybody up. So please, I encourage you, just text one person and say, hop on this call right now. Upline, downline, crossline, a different team. Hi, Miss Jackie. But I'm going to mute, and I'm going to go ahead and just start the call. Especially Chris Marshall. All right, you guys, thank you so much for calling in for our weekly team call. I'm fired up. We just had an amazing Blitz week. Hi, Heather. Thanks for hopping on. I'm going to go through a couple announcements, a couple periods of just recognition, because I'm really excited. And then you guys are in a treat tonight with a couple guest speakers. I'm going to go through a couple announcements and give you a few little bing, bang, bada boom tips to get you fired up for July. And we're going to hop off and start to enjoy our holiday weekend. So the first thing I want to do is just give some shout outs to some incredible team leaders right now. So the first one that I want to recognize is Laura Laurie. And I hope that she is back on this call. And I know she was logged in as me and logged out to log back in. But this woman is on fire. She is on fire with enrolling. She is on fire with rank advancing others. And I really just want to say congratulations to her, because she pours into everybody, upline, downline, crossline, other teams. She shows up every single day with how can I serve other people, and her business is absolutely growing because of it. Her team is in momentum, and I'm so grateful for you, and I love partnering with you. I also want to give a shout out to Kisa and my sister, because they locked arms, you guys, to the Grand Cayman Challenge, and we're just so focused on helping other people, so focused on lifting other people up. And I just saw the spark come back, and a little bit of fun and a little bit of pizzazz and what they first loved about this, and it's been super awesome to have that excitement. And I cannot do this without you guys, and it's just fun, and I honor you and I celebrate you, and I'm so incredibly thankful and grateful for you. And I want to give out 3 shout outs right now. One of them is to Danielle, who earned $1,000 in the May executive pools. I don't even know if she'd seen that yet, and I pulled up the reports and I messaged her. I was like, you earned $1,000. Like, that's amazing, and that's a bonus on top of everything else. So huge congratulations to you. I want to give a shout out to Chris Marshall, who I know he got a call, but worked so hard, you guys, and just had a massive week with high cycle growth, with enrollments, with some rank advancements. And, you know, sometimes we strive for a goal, and even if you don't hit it, like even if you don't reach it, you're further along than if you hadn't raised the bar, what you could really go for. And I just think that we want to focus on the growth and the momentum, regardless if you hit it. And it was awesome, and it was so fun. Fired me up all week long, just kind of checking in on everything you had going on. I also want to celebrate Jack Mack, who I thought I saw call in. I don't see your face, but he, with the partnership of Laura, 3 value packs, you guys, crushed the 5-cycle bonus. I mean, that's over $1,000 a week. Like, that's crazy as a result of just helping people feel and look as good as he is, because he's released over 35 pounds. Like, freaking amazing. That is a chef who's around food. And to be able to do that and inspire others, that is what we do, you guys. We absolutely transform lives. And then I am so excited to celebrate Ashley Belay, who you guys know just hit 1-star Silver Circle. And she's actually going to be one of our spotlight features tonight. So I'm not going to spend a ton of time right now going into it, because we're going to have the chat. But you guys, it's so fun to just celebrate hard work. And it doesn't happen right away. Ashley has had that goal to hit 1-star more than once, more than 1 month, more than 1 year. But with perseverance and grit and hard work, she absolutely did it. And it is so fun. So you guys, a lot of you are working your tail off. You're posting, you're supporting other people's posts, you're reaching out to other people, and I honor you and I'm proud of you. So that being said, just a couple announcements. Remember that the Crystal Consultant contest is going on right now. So anybody, any single person who's never, ever, ever hit consultant is eligible for $150 instead of $50 as the Crystal Consultant bonus through July 24th. Now, after that time period, they're going to have 30 days to do that. So anybody you enroll between now and September that is coming on board, when they find their 2 people, if they do it in 30 days, in addition to PIBs or double PIBs, they get $150. So I'm actually going to have Jenny Zook talk to us a little bit tonight on how she's just really, really running with this promotion. So I'm going to save some of the details there. Please remember that there is now PIBs on every single pack, every single product. It still has to be a qualifying pack of $25 or higher in order to get double PIBs. However, you can get single PIBs or 10% of any business order that goes through right now on a new customer order on every single thing. So whether it's 6 BV or 600 BV, 10% if it's not a qualifying pack. So you guys can look that up on Isagenix Business and ISA FYI. But I really want you to just know how to get people paid. So definitely look up too how the consultant development bonus has doubled. Used to get paid on the first 20 consultants, now it's the first 40. It's just absolutely incredible. And if you've never, if you have created more than 40 consultants, but you've ever only been paid on 20, you are still eligible. There's great reports in the back office, you guys. You can pull and see who's eligible, who can still earn this, how many more times they can earn it. There are the reports up that are telling you your downline and how long they have to hit the Crystal Consultant bonus. So use your reports and absolutely, please, please be reaching out to people. So with no further ado, we're going to get this call started. And I'm going to introduce Laura. You guys know her as a 2-star Crystal Executive, 4-star Golden Circle. She is a top earner, top leader, truly one of my best friends in the whole world. And she's going to teach us tonight about the ISA Pro as our product spotlight. Not only what it is, but how to use it and how to promote it to your teams.
Hey guys, I absolutely love ISA Pro. And I will tell you, it's one of the most versatile products. It has so many amazing and beneficial uses for our clients. So first, I just want to say this is where it gets confusing. We have 3 kinds of protein. We have the IsaLean Shake, the IsaLean Pro Shake, and then we have ISA Pro. ISA Pro is just protein. It is not a meal replacement shake. It's pure protein. 1 scoop is 18 grams of protein. But I just want to run through some really great uses and things that you might want to know about this that you could share with your clients, your customers, that is so beneficial. So first, we have something called the Bedtime Belly Buster. So if you have clients that are really working on leaning out, want to reduce that, midsection, maybe the little tire, the muffin top, the excess abdominal fat, the Bedtime Belly Buster is huge for that. Such a big help. So it's just a scoop. There's no blender. You put it in a shaker cup. You have it About 30 minutes before bedtime, you can put a scoop of greens or a scoop of fruits in it. And so Jackie Shanley showing off her Isopro. It comes in chocolate and it comes in vanilla. It's up to the individual what they prefer. I love the chocolate with the fruits. It kind of reminds me of like a chocolate covered strawberry, but it's 1 scoop in water in a shaker cup. It has more of the consistency of like 2% milk versus like our really thick creamy shake. So don't put it in the blender. It gets really funky in the blender. So the Bedtime Belly Buster, it's great for putting that protein in your body right before bedtime. You're going to sleep more soundly. Your body's going to release more fat overnight. So there's so many awesome benefits to this from that perspective. Here's another great use for this, post-workout. I love to have my clients post-workout mix this with our Amped Recover. So it's getting that really highly absorbable and digestible protein post-workout with our BCAAs. Super fast recovery, excellent for rebuilding those muscles. So that's another great use. Mamas who are nursing, pregnant, this is fantastic to get some extra protein and nourishment in your body without adding a complete meal. I love to recommend this to my clients who like to have a snack at night. So maybe it's not necessarily the Bedtime Belly Buster they're interested in, but in the evening, they're just looking for a little extra treat. Mix a scoop of this in the shaker cup with the fruits, and it's almost like having like a fruity glass of milk, but it kind of takes the edge off. It's filling and it's really low calorie, but super, super dense nutrition. And that protein is always awesome. So those are some of my very best tips. If you've got nighttime snackers, if you've got clients that want to get rid of belly fat, if you've got mamas looking to get some extra nutrition in, you're looking for people that really want to pack on that lean muscle post-workout, this with the Recover is amazing. So these are my best tips, but I always have this in the house, and the Bedtime Belly Buster for me is like a home run, and post-workout are my 2 most common. And chocolate or vanilla, that's what it comes in. And that is your Isopro, folks.
So awesome, you guys. And truly, the reason we do the product spotlight is so that not only do you learn fun and new things, but now you can go teach your team. So if you have clients and customers that have never used the Bedtime Belly Buster, do a little video of you making it and send it to them, and then send them a picture of your flat stomach in the morning, right? Be like, this is why I drink this at night. Like, teach them why they want to order this. You guys, retention is so important, and getting people excited about our entire online virtual health and wellness store is awesome. Like, I make protein balls because they're great, and use the Isopro in there to keep the carbs down and the protein up. Go deliver protein balls to the people close to you. Send them a picture and say, your kids are going to love this. You know, whatever it is, but get creative. So now that Laura has really taught you guys some fun facts, I encourage you, I challenge you, pick 3 people in your organization, 3 different ways to use the Isopro, and teach them about it all week long. Watch your BV go up. Okay, so the first business spotlight tonight is Ashley. And you guys, we're gonna keep these super short because we've got a lot of things to cover tonight. And I just said, you know, in a couple minutes, I really wanted her to talk a little bit about the power of a vision board, because I was fortunate enough to get the tearful call when she was really sharing about what was happening there. Ash, I'm just gonna go through these and you can kind of chat for a second. But the first is the power of the vision board. And I really just want you to talk about, like, what was it that made this week different? Not in terms of like belief necessarily, and not in terms of want, but like truly the action and the steps that you did different than every other week, that there's no doubt in your mind that you were going to be able to hit this.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Honestly, like, it was just an intentionality shift. I got super, super clear on, in past times I had always wanted a goal, but I guess I didn't really believe that I was capable of doing it. And I've been going through a confidence shift in my life. And I kind of just said, you know what, like, I just don't care like what people think. And I was very intentional in bringing it up in my conversations with my friends, whereas in the past I might have shied away a little bit more and I would have been more vague. I just was actually leading up into this week, I was really more intentional in my conversations, in my belly-to-belly conversations, and on my conversations online. I was doing daily IPAs consistently. I created like a little workbook. I don't know, Lauren put it in the week and the Dreamers in Action. And I like stapled literally 7 pieces of paper together. And I said, I am committed to doing this 7 days. And as I started to write my intention statements, like those kinds of people started showing up, and it was just really bizarre. People that I didn't even know, like, were just showing up out of nowhere, and people from my past were actually wanting to re-enroll. But the biggest thing was I knew that it was gonna take a big shift, and Lauren encouraged me to post my transformation because I just did finish the IsaBody challenge. And I had a huge shift, and I took the product seriously. I really incorporated my health, and I wanted to get serious about my goals, not just wealth-wise, but health-wise. And so when I did that, I had a transformation. I was scared crapless. I did not want to post, no matter how much I pour into the people that I coach. And I'm so proud of them when they do it. I'm like, you got to do it. This is so exciting. You know, be happy about your success. And I encourage others. I like froze. I couldn't do it myself. So long story short, Lauren said, you got to go first. If you're going to tell people to do this, you have to be able to do it yourself. And if you have this transformation, you have to share it. And so that was a huge shift, was being vulnerable. I posted in my post like what I had struggled with without verbally vomiting every single detail like I normally do. And so by being genuine, inviting others that I would show them exactly what I did and how I structured my day also really intrigued people because they wanted structure. And a lot of people, sometimes when you're too vague, I noticed in the past, like, oh, hey, hit me up if you want to know what I'm doing. I actually like documented out like certain things that were shifting the transformation for me. And it was all genuine and it was real. And so it was just the follow-up, the intentionality, the confidence in myself because of my transformation, the belief that I had that I could do this, and setting that intention every day and doing my daily IPAs and having my list to go to. And just not giving up, really being relentless, even down to those final hours where I really thought like, oh no, I'm going to lose this. And I thought I had it lined up. Like I really thought I had it. And people don't call, people don't get on the phone, you know, life happens. And I was freaking out. But a big part was also the contribution. In the end, giving back and encouraging people and meeting them where they were at financially with these new packs and the differences and the PIBs, and just encouraging that. And then also leading with the business and telling them about the opportunity to make these products and get them paid for. I think it was just a combination of so much. I knew I threw a lot at you, but it really was everything, all the things that we just consistently learn, and each person it was just different with. But it was definitely a big part of being vulnerable, my belief, the way I postured it, and the way that I was relentless on my follow-up, which was a huge shift for me. My follow-up.
I am so proud of you. And I will tell you guys, as someone who works with her and hangs out with her all the time, and a couple of weeks ago, we had a pretty tough chat, and I was like, I love you, but I was like, quit telling me you want to do Isagenix when you don't want to do Isagenix. And Ashley, I hope it's okay that I shared this, but she was like, I'm doing the incline and I'm going to a bridal shower and I'm looking at this and I'm doing that. And I said, if you had a part-time job at Target, guess what you wouldn't be able to do? Go to all those things, because you would be at Target. And I was like, and if you don't want to work at Target and you're moving into this new house, I was like, you need to get your business into gear and you need to treat it like a business. And literally I watched it like that. Lock out time and just get laser focused. In the same way, if she had a bartending job and she wouldn't be able to go to happy hour because she was bartending, she treated her business like a business. And I'm so proud of you. And really, truly, you guys, on Sunday, she was at 4, and I was counting out some of the cycle equivalents, the go cycles. I'm like, it is not over yet. Like, we've got hours. And literally that last order, we weren't even sure if it counted because the back office wasn't going to refresh. And I was like, I'd only seen 6. And I'm like, I think we got to get it up. And it wasn't really action until after midnight Eastern time that we saw it and it was official. But I just want to like really truly praise you for like going. And there was many times in those last 2 hours you could have been like, F it, it is not happening this week, and you persevered.
I was in tears.
Huge kudos.
I was like, oh my gosh, I just wasn't sure, you know, but we just kept going, and Lauren like just kept pushing, and she was like, okay, well, who else can we talk to? Who else, you know? And it was just that relentless follow-up that it came down to the last minute, and I wish it wouldn't have, because the stress was like, but I'm now in momentum for this week, and I already have like 3 or 4 women that I'm following up with that really want to get started that I thought were locked in for last week, but Monday morning came and, hey, sorry about yesterday, but can we talk this week? And I'm like,
It's so awesome. And just keep going with that because that is truly how that happens. So I'm going to switch over here to Jenny for a second. And you guys, if you have not listened to the call that Ginny Zook did with Tina Kirkpatrick a couple months ago on co-creating consultants, it's fabulous. And you can find it on the ISA FYI calls. Jenny is not on our team, but she is a dear friend of mine here in Colorado, and she comes to masterminds and we work together and we collaborate. She's one of the breakout trainers at Celebration, at Global Celebration. So you're not going to want to miss her piece that she and Tanya are doing. But I asked her to hop on tonight because she not only was able to finally retire from her teaching position to do Isagenix full time. After this summer break, she is not going back, but she is incredible. She has great organization. She has incredible leadership. She makes this business fun, and she's on a mission. She's got twin boys at home, and she didn't want to be teaching. She was tired of having to do this business in the pockets of her time, and she worked her tail off so that she can do it more full time and have more freedom in her life. So Jenny, I would love for you to chat about, and I know I texted you a little bit in advance, but the 3 things that I would love for you to touch on. First of all is how the heck you are driving this promotion, because when I saw you last night and you were talking about, messaging every single person in your second, third, fourth, fifth PET about the Crystal Consultant, I want you to talk to us about what that looks like, how you're getting a hold of these people. I would love for you to really just chat about what your plan is for summer. When so many people check out, like why you are going, and you've got a goal that right now you put 20 cycles and you're good in 30 cycles before Celebration, that you're not like, I'll pick it up in September after Celebration, what that looks like to build in the summer. And the third thing I would love for you to chat about is just the importance of events and what they've done for you, and why if someone on this call is not going to Celebration, why they need to book a ticket or earn a ticket by the time they get off the call tonight.
Hey, sure. Yes, I will do all that in 5 minutes.
You can have a little bit longer.
Nice to meet you. So I'm very excited to be on the call with you. Thanks for having me, Lauren. Well, by the way, Lauren has done so much for me, and I am so grateful for her because she is just the epitome of what Isagenix and one team is all about. Because she took me under her wing. I didn't have any team, any upline here in Colorado, and I've learned a ton from her. So thank you, Lauren. So first of all, with the promotion, I don't know about anybody else on this call, but I initially had a really hard time talking about the money. I had a really hard time bringing it up with people, and it held me back for a good chunk of time. And I finally, kind of like Ashley, just freaking decided I'm done. I'm done with that. I'm done being weird about it. I'm done making it something that it isn't. This is something that everybody needs. And it truly is our best product out there. So if you're not talking about the money with people, you need to be doing that. And I made that decision a little while ago. So when this promotion came out, it like lit me on fire. I literally went through every person in my downline, and I told my leaders about this. I was like, look, I'm going to be reaching out to people because I'm so excited about this. So just know that they're getting messages from me. And I didn't just send a message typed out. I went through and I clicked on every person to see, one, if they had any banked volume, and I calculated their cycles so that I could really tell them in a range, look, if we find 2 people for you, you're standing to make anywhere from $350 to $750. Like, are you excited about that? You're sitting on 5 cycles on top of this crazy bonus. Like, let's do this. And a lot of people are responding because who can ignore that kind of money? So I would encourage everybody, go through your downline, go through your 4th, 5th PT, whatever you can see. And the way that I've reached out is via Messenger. And so every person that I enroll and every person they enroll, I friend on Facebook. So I have access to them. So if you're not an executive and you don't have access to their phone numbers, be friends with every one of your downline on Facebook so you have access to that person and they're going to be able to see your message. So that is how I have been doing that. And I actually followed up with I sent a video to everybody after who did not respond to me because I knew they were probably terrified of actually doing this. And I sent a video just saying, I was scared too. There are lots of strategies that I'd be willing to share with you. Here are a couple of them. So they kind of knew what they would be getting into if they even got on the phone with me. So that's how I did that. Building over the summer, I'm not slowing down, man. No way. This is my time to really prove to myself, like, I'm not going back to teaching in August. Like, it's done. So I got to make a go of this. And frankly, like, who doesn't want to feel their best over the summer? Who has family vacations? I mean, there are so many leverage points over the summer that you can reach out to people, and everybody is looking for a solution to feel their best over the summer, whether it's to pay for their family vacation or to feel better in their swimsuit or keep up with their kids when you have a bajillion activities going on. So I am not stopping following up, making new friends, reaching out, posting. My posts are very strategic about that kind of thing so that it's in alignment with how I am reaching out to people. And then building to events. I think if you haven't seen the live that I did in your business pages, product pages last night, I mean, if you have not been to an Isagenix event, it does something to you. It just does. It is going to change your mindset. It is going to change your posture. It's going to change your perspective on what the company is all about, and it's going to change you as a person. So if you aren't going to Celebration, I would just encourage you to take a look at that again. Just watching Lauren do her little preview last night of what she has coming, it was like I was at the event already. And just, it was an hour of my life, and I just was like, oh my gosh, this is what fires me up. This is what is so exciting about going to events. There's nothing, there's no reason why you shouldn't get, like, I can't think of the right words. What am I trying to say? You won't regret it. Like, you just won't regret it. My first event I went to was Celebration in Vegas a couple of years ago, and I was only able to go for one night because my boys were only one. And they were little, and I could just swing it for one night. And let me just tell you, like, changed my life. That's why I'm here today.
So let me just ask you a question, actually, because I'm so glad you brought that up. I am not a mom, at least not yet, right? And when people say to me, like, my kids are going to school, like, I'm not missing the first day of second grade, or there's no one who can watch my 7-year-old, where I've heard people like Hillary Courtney say from stage, you need to start making your excuses your why, and this is why you need to go. And I remember Cindy Hedges many years ago telling me, like, you know what, I missed swim practices, I didn't miss swim meets. And she would say, like, I missed certain things that they didn't care about for a Super Saturday, but I didn't miss their birthdays, or we were able to pay cash for all of our kids to go through college, like those types of things. She goes, yeah, but I missed some rehearsals, I missed some practices, I missed the movie nights. Like, she sweated the small things so she could provide for the big things. But I have a really hard time saying that because I'm not a kid, or I don't have kids, right? Like, you don't get that. How do you tell moms, like, how to make that sacrifice or what that does for them, or, encourage them to get childcare? What does that look like?
That was a hard thing for me at first because I had very little flexibility. My boys were super little, and taking care of them was a big feat. So I heard a lot of people say, invest in childcare now so that you can reap the benefits and grow this to something so that, a year or two from now, you won't be in the grind as much. And I did not take that advice. I felt guilty about that, and I'm kicking myself. I wish I did, because now, I do miss things. I miss swim practice today because I was here working and my nanny took them instead. But I'm making deposits in the bank account for my long term. So I would just say, moms out there, like, if you want to make a go of this, you're going to have to make some investments. There is no way, you can't short it. I tried to short it, which is why it took me as long as it took me to get where I am. And it's not like, it's so incredibly worth it. But yeah, there are going to be some sacrifices. I don't know if I should say this or not, because I know the first day of school is like a big deal. I had to, like, negotiate with my principal to say, like, I'm going to miss the first day of school because I'm going to this thing. Like, I'm going to this thing, so I'm not going to be there for these things. That's a non-negotiable for me because I knew where I was going. And those are not easy conversations to have either. But I had a conversation at corporate when I was there for the executive event, and I had that same complaint because teachers have a really hard time getting to Celebration in particular, and actually NYKO, because of the timeline of how those events fall with coming back to school. And they are going to be moving Celebration to July. So let's take that objection right off the table. I know, because I have so many teachers on my team, and I'm like, it's literally the first day of school. And I can't be like, hey, principal, I'm not going to be there anymore. And I'm also going to take 4 of the teachers. So that's super exciting. And I think, you know, obviously corporate has listened. It is an issue, but you know, your kid.
But I like what you said that you even went just for one night. You guys, and a lot of you know Jessica Rigner, who is an Isagenix millionaire. You know, she's an 8-star in the company, and she did that in a few years. And when we got her to NYKO, it was the same thing. She could only go for one. She was in on a red eye and out in the red eye, you know, where some people were there for 3 days, but she made it happen, and it literally changed her life. She met Travis, she saw Kathy, she heard Alexis Romano from stage, and the game was over. So Jenny, I appreciate you so much. If you need to hop off, because I know I invited you on, you're welcome to, and if you want to stay on, you're more than welcome to stay on as well. So I appreciate you guys so much, and I'm just gonna roll through a couple of things here before we get off. But I told you that I wanted to chat with you a little bit about how to build in the summer, and also just in general, like how to be fun with this and not be weird. All right, so the number one thing that I feel like people ask me on a day-to-day basis is like, what do I say? Like, I don't know what to say to this person. And that honestly, and I'm not trying to say this to be pretentious or mockery at all, like I'm being truthful, that used to be really hard for me to answer because I can talk to anybody. And I'd be like, how did any of you ever get a date? Like, you're married, right? And I was like, how did any of you ever make plans with a friend? Like, you don't hang out as a hermit. I'm serious. You guys are laughing, but I'm serious, right? I'm like, how did you get a job? Like, how have you gotten through anywhere? Like, you just talk to people. And the reason that it was so simple for me, number one, I really do love people. Like, I love connecting great people with great people. I love collecting stories. I want to hang out with people. Like, I get so energetic as soon as I'm around a ton of people. So it's not weird for me to talk to people. But the other is I never felt like I sold anybody anything. And I really, truly believe that the reason people struggle to talk to other people is not because you're afraid of them, not because you don't want to be friends, not because you don't want to hang out, but because you're so wrapped up in what they think about you. Like, you're so obsessed with what someone's going to think about you. You're not focused on what this can do for them. And so I get messages that often say, hey, Lauren, I really want to reach out to Jenny, but I don't know what to say. And I'm like, okay, well, why do you want to reach out to Jenny? And they're like, because she's super fun. I know she works out. She's super healthy. She's this busy mom. And I really think these products would be great for her and her kids. And I'm sure she needs additional income. Like, she's a teacher. And I'd be like, why don't you just tell her that? And they're like, and I'm like, it's really that simple. And so I want to encourage you guys, when you're finding yourself scrolling through Facebook and being like, oh my gosh, I really want to talk to Heather. What am I going to say to Heather, right? If I was with my sister at a coffee shop, I'm like, oh man, I would really, really love to introduce Heather to Isagenix. Rachel's going to say, okay, well, why? I'm like, because she's super fun. She's a busy mama. She teaches group fitness classes. She's always been into health. She's always been up to anything trendy and fun and sexy. And she loves people. She'd probably crush this. She'd make a ton of money. And she'd love our products. And Rachel's going to be like, you should tell her that. And sometimes it's that simple. When you find yourself being weird and fumbling over yourself and your words, it's because you're making it about yourself and not about them. And one of the things that I did on a whim, you guys, sometimes I just get like great ideas and I don't know where they come from. And it was in a meeting with a girl that I was coaching one day, and I've used it ever since because I saw how impactful it was. And I had her take a piece of paper. It was on the spot. And I said, I want you to write down absolutely every single thing right now that Isagenix has done for you. Every single thing. If you start to think about the personal development that came into your life, if you think about the people that have come into your life, if you think about your physical transformation, if you think about the money you've made with Isagenix, if it's the dreams that you have, the vision that you have, the trips you've been on, the culture, like every single thing it was, right? She could not write fast enough as the stories were popping up. Like, literally the friends she had met, the conferences, the books she had read, the podcast she had listened to, the way her family felt, the way her husband looked, the way she looked, the money she had made. Like, she couldn't stop writing. And I said, now just imagine if I took that all away from you. If I literally took it all away and said, you know what, I was too nervous about earning $50 off your premium pack. I didn't tell you about that. I said, tell me what your life looks like If you don't have Isagenix and you don't have these people and you don't have the income and you don't have the trips and you don't have the travel, what does your life look like? You guys, I am so like deeply indebted with Isagenix, and not out of guilt and not out of obligation, but out of gratitude, because Janet Elo was courageous enough to pick up the phone and tell me about Isagenix. You guys, she didn't send me a video and she didn't send me a text message and she didn't add me to some Facebook group I didn't want to be in. She picked up the phone and said, I have something that's going to change your life. And she had conviction and she had passion. And I trusted her. And my life is so different in every single possible way, with my friendships, with my emotional well-being, with my physical health, with my financial status, with my freedom, with my family, in every way possible. And I think all the time, what if Janet Elo had not called you? You guys, I would still be buried in debt. I would be working a bunch of BS jobs I didn't want to be doing. Almost every single person on this call right now, with the exception of like Ashley, Aneshka, Heather, and my sister, would not be in my life. Like, you guys wouldn't even be here. I wouldn't even know you, right? I wouldn't have been to the Caribbean. I wouldn't have been to Hawaii. I wouldn't have, like, there's so many things that I'm like, why would I not talk about that? And just like Jenny said, she was tired of not talking about it. You've got to get into your heart and see what is possible for somebody else. Take Jack Mack's story. I'm sure there's somebody that you know in your life that is carrying extra weight. Can you imagine what losing 35 pounds feels like? Like, I know he feels like a freaking rock star right now. Share that story. Like, there are people that are praying for a solution. You guys, our products work. When you think about what Ashley's doing right now, she's about to put a massive down payment on her first home, right? She's buying a property. It's a little scary. Supplemental and residual income is a big deal. You think she's the only person in her mid-30s buying a home right now that would love supplemental and residual income? Use her story. She just made $1,000 in a week. This is how she did it. If she can do it, you can do it. And there are so many calls and trainings out there for connecting, you guys, in our pages on our YouTube channel, on isagenixbusiness.com. Google Isagenix Connecting. You will find things from Kathy Coover, from Tanya Kirkpatrick, from Laura Stevens, from Trudy Maples, from Tracy O'Malley, from Emily Vavra. I mean, there is so much training out there. But at the end of the day, if you are frozen in what you're going to say to somebody, it's because you are concerned about what they think about you. And if you don't make it weird and you make it fun and you are showing up because you want to serve somebody else and you are giving them a gift, right? I want you to experience this too. There's not even room for them to worry about what you think. And there are people that all day long are like, I wish I could just say that to other people. Like, I wish I could just hang out with you and listen to what you say to people. Number one, it wasn't always this easy. I talk about Isagenix all day, every day. So I've had a lot of practice. Remember that. You didn't learn to walk the first time. You didn't learn to ride a bike the first time. We do not learn to just wake up and talk about Isagenix overnight. Put in the work, right? But number two, I don't care what people think. I don't care if they say no. I really don't. Like, if I reach out to Jackie and I'm like, dude, you're amazing. I don't even know who you are, but you're super fun. You seem like the type of girl I'd like to hang out with. And I'm reaching out to you because I've built a team based on people I'd like to hang out with. I think you might want to take a look at this. And if she's like, no, dude, I'm good. I'm with Herbalife. I'm like, awesome. Here's a book I read recently that helped. Best of luck to you on your business. Next. And then I call Chris. I'm like, hey, I don't even know how you popped up on my Instagram, but I see that you're a runner and a CrossFitter, and I've got some bomb sports nutrition I want to tell you about. I'm watching it transform people's lives left and right. I think you should take a look at this. He's like, no, I'm good. I use Advocare. Perfect. By the way, check out their ingredient list. Might not be as clean as you thought it was, right? Next. And then I call Anushka and I'm like, hey, you're awesome. We're doing a lot of the same things. You're into personal development. You're speaking. You're helping people. I was like, I found a vehicle that I can help more people in my sleep than I do if I work 24 hours a day. And I was like, I really think you would be good at this. I would love to show you how you can help more people. She's like, cool. Wait, what? You help more people in your sleep than a 24-hour workday? I want to know how to do that. If she says no, I don't care, right? If I am waited on, and the server is awesome, right? She pays attention to the detail and she's fun and she's cute and she's healthy and she's sweet. Like, I'm gonna tell her, you're amazing. I am a recruiter for a top-notch health and wellness company. You would be amazing at what we do. I would love to have your name and number and reach out to you later this week and tell you how you can make money when you're not waiting tables, right? If I go out to eat and the person's rude, right? They're short, they're a little testy, they don't really want to be there. I don't always prospect them. Sometimes I do because I feel bad for them and I think they're having a bad day. And sometimes I don't. If I don't want to hang out with that person, if I wouldn't invite them out for drinks for us, I don't want them in my business. If they're a pain in the butt now, they're probably going to be a pain in the butt then. Maybe not. Isagenix changes people, but it doesn't have to be for everybody, right? So I always think if Ashley and I went out to the bar, right? When we were single, we'd go out. 9 out of 10 times, the same guy is not going to be attracted to us. And 9 out of 10 times, we weren't going to be attracted to the same guy, right? We could go out and be each other's wing girl. So be like, that guy's cute. She's like, ew, really? Okay. You don't have to talk to him. More chances for me, right? And if the guy came up that she was interested in, I'm like, ew, right? You don't have to prospect everybody. Reach out to the ones that you want to help. Reach out to the ones you want to serve and the people that have your vibe. And you look at mine and Rachel's businesses, they are radically different. Like radically different. Rachel and I are radically different. We are not doing anything differently. There is no right, there is not wrong. There are beautiful people using Isagenix and loving it. But she attracts in a different type of people. She attracts in different friends. Her husband's different than my boyfriend, and that's okay. So don't try to please everybody, but be intentional about the people that you really want to partner with. Be intentional about the people that you truly, truly want to help. And I swear to you, you guys, this is when it gets fun. This is when it is not weird. And if you keep that list of everything that Isagenix has done for you in front of you, in addition to everything you're still working for, I'm a big fan of vision boards, but already what Isagenix has done for you, if you're on this call, Isagenix has done something for you. That could have been your first scoop of Ionix, was enough, right? It could have been your first shake. That could have been enough. But whatever it is, something is why you're on this call right now. Keep that list in front of you every time you want to reach out to somebody, every time you want to help them get paid, every time a return comes in, right? All these things that resistance hits us. And I promise you, when you can like literally be armored with the blessings Isagenix has given you, you are unstoppable. There is no reason why you don't want to talk to other people, because you can show up in a way of like, this is what happened for me. And I'm on a mission to tell other people because I'm excited what it will do for you. That is literally something I say on a day-to-day basis. I am reaching out to you because I am so blessed with what this company has done for me, and I am excited to see what it can do for you. I promise you, people are not going to think you're selling them when you can really pour vision and pour light and pour so much greatness into them and excitement and passion. That's enough. So Jessica always talks about exciting and confusing people. Like when you're so excited and so passionate about it, they don't even know what you're talking about. And that's the best way. So I truly, truly want to just leave you guys with that idea that if you're worried about what to say, you are focused on what they think about you. And if you focus on what Isagenix has done for you and what you can give away to somebody else, what you can offer to somebody else, there is no reason why you can't talk out to them. Now, if you want to not send like 4 pages in a Facebook Messenger, reach out to me or Laura or Rachel and say, what do you think about this before I send it? I'm real big on like getting to the point. So people will send me things. I'm like, wow, I love Isagenix and I didn't even read that. Let's try to like make it a little bit more abbreviated before you send that to somebody. It's very, very easy to get too excited and like Ashley said, verbal vomit, and that's okay. It's going to happen. You're going to slip up, but fail forward, right? We crawl and then we walk and then we run. Learn the skills of this and take your time, but focus on other people. So that's the main thing I wanted to talk to you about. There was a couple of other things that I really think are key that we can lose sight of sometimes, and one of them is personal development. I listen to positive things every single day. I do not listen to the news. I do not read the newspaper. I don't watch TV. I don't spend time filling my head with negativity and drama. I wake up listening to things that fire me up. Like I wake up listening to Will Smith, to Les Brown, to Zig Ziglar, to Wayne Dyer, to something that's talking about the greatness inside of us, something bigger than ourselves. I also read. You guys see me talk about that right now. I'm reading You Are a Badass with Money. I read that You Are a Badass a long time ago and I loved it. I bought this, I didn't do it. And I'm like, this book's amazing. Like there was an exercise in there. I posted it. I'm like, everybody needs to do this exercise. If you are not growing yourself, you're not gonna grow your business. So you have to ask yourself, right? Would you enroll with yourself? Could you lead yourself? If the answer is no, get to work on yourself. Laura, my sister, Kisa, my sister, me, Lauren, Laura, Kisa, my sister. Like we are unrecognizable to where we were 5 years ago. The language we use, the posture we have, the mindset we have, the resistance we have, like any of it, resilience, not resistance. It's because of the personal growth. So ask yourself, would you enroll with you? Okay, that's awesome. You're a product of the product, right? You love the products. You can coach someone through a 30-day system. Could you lead somebody? If the answer is no, what do you have to learn, right? Do you have to learn how to build belief into someone? Do you have to learn how to love on people? Do you have to work on your money blueprint? Do you have to work on your leadership? Do you have to work on getting to know your team? Whatever that may be, but personal growth is a huge part of this. Doing shakes and cleanse is one piece. That's awesome. But if you're wondering why you can't sell a value pack because your money blueprint is still bankrupt, then read Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. And you're going to start selling value packs left and right because you see the value in it. If you feel like you cannot lead somebody, read John Maxwell, 12 Laws of Leadership, 17 Laws of Leadership. He's got a lot of books out there, and figure out what that looks like. But I truly, truly believe that every single day, if you are not going after the things you want, which includes becoming a better version of yourself, you can never attract those things in. You guys, right now, I'm attracting in people left and right unintentionally. But I'm like, where are they coming from? Because I know my mission is so clear. My energy is so clear. I'm so excited about where this company is going, right? Where Isagenix is going. There are people going, hey, talk to me about what you're doing. But I'm bold and I'm courageous about it. And I didn't used to always be that way, but I've done the work. So I want to make sure you guys are doing that. Now, here's another tip. Not only if you use the products and use the products out loud, but get creative with the products, is it a conversation starter? So my sister posted my pictures today, you guys, just like Ashley, that's a little tough. I've used Isagenix for 6 years. There are things I can talk about that my hair is much better than it ever was, right? I don't even have the extensions anymore. Like, my skin is better. I haven't been sick. I think one time in 6 years, I had a little bit of a head cold. Like, I have crazy energy. I sleep like a baby. I recover better than my workouts. Like, those are all things that Isagenix has done for me. But over the 5-6 years, there are times I'm a little bit more diligent with 2 shakes a day and eating clean. There's times I'm unfortunately a little bit more diligent with the ice cream and the wine. So the last year, I've had more of the ice cream and the wine. I'm happily in love. I don't work out twice a day anymore. And I was like, wow, I'm training at Celebration. You should really dial it in. By doing 2 shakes a day and eating cleaner and drinking less and getting focused on the workouts, my body's changing. And guess what? Everywhere I go somewhere, people are like, you're losing weight. You look good. What are you doing? You're leaning out. If you feel good about what you're doing, people are going to ask. Do you think people are asking Jack right now what he's doing? Yes, everywhere he goes. Like, he's a walking billboard. The other thing is use the products. I mean, I don't know if you want to put your water bottle in the Cleanse for Life bottle. Somebody, some people do that. But when I think about, like, if I take the e-shot in my car, right, before I walk into the yoga studio, nobody sees me take that. But if I take the e-shot on the mat right before class starts, everybody sees it. And if I do it enough, someone's going to go, what's that thing you drink every morning, right, before class? I am in the front. I'm in good shape. Somebody's going to ask. If I make my Recover at home, nobody sees it. If I bring my shaker bottle with ice and I make the Recover in the locker room, people say, what is that you drink? Right? You have to use the products. If I go to work for a day, I conveniently leave my shaker cup on the coffee table. I bring a bar. I use waist thins. Sometimes I carry samples and people ask questions. But using a product to the product. And the last thing specifically, as we go into a holiday weekend in the summer, we have some awesome recipes. And if you are not using some of the recipes with our products, you are missing the boat. You are missing the boat. So we have a salsa recipe with the greens. Can you imagine being able to tell people, hey, by the way, this salsa is going to alkalize your body. I just gave you the equivalent to 20 servings of veggies or 9 salads. Like, what? And it tastes really good if you haven't had it. The new peach mango cleanse, you guys, that is the most divine drink Isagenix has ever come out with, in my opinion. I don't even care that it's cleansed. It's awesome. And I was so excited the other day when they talked about that sparkler recipe, and I swear last week when I was at corporate, I planted that seed because I had it, and I was like, there was a Pellegrino behind me when I was at corporate with Sarah, and I made it. I was like, this is amazing. I was like, I will drink this every single day. And then I saw that whole little recipe come out. Teach people about that. Bring that to your barbecues. Like, bring it to your parties this weekend. There's so many ways to use the product. They just put the summer coolers up with the hydrate and coconut milk, like yum, right? Make those for people. Let them be curious. We had people all summer helping us with our yard. Guess what I made for them all the time? Hydrate. Like, hello, it's 80 degrees outside and we're sweating. Teach people about what we have. So I think that when you make this business happen in the places that you would naturally go and not addition of, you're going to find yourself in the flow. And it's not going to feel like extra work, and it's going to be fun. So Laura taught us about IsaPro. Like, how can you use the IsaPro this weekend? And then teach somebody about it. Maybe you do, oatmeal in the morning, you put a scoop of IsaPro in there and you're like, whoa, I just got extra protein in my oats, and it's an easy, quick meal. Maybe you have a neighbor who has been complaining about belly fat. Bring them a night's worth of bedtime belly buster and say, hey, just try this. Go to a party this weekend and bring something fun that has the products in it. Post about what you're doing. Your social media is the lights to your store. Like, make the salsa with the greens. Make a story about it. Let people see what you're doing. So you guys are awesome. I know it's a holiday weekend. I'm like, do we cancel? Do we not? I didn't know who was going to get on here. You guys are awesome. You guys are freaking rock stars. And I want to finish this call with, I am going for big things this year. There are people on this team going for big things, and it is starting right now in the month of July all the way to celebration. This team is not slowing down in any way, shape, or form. All right. This team is not going to take off in July and then be like, okay, now in celebration, let's figure out what they're doing. There are new products coming out, right? Don't wait for a new product to build your business. So Jenny has that 20 cycles. She didn't say she was going to hit 3-star, which is 40, but she wants to be growing. She wants to hit 30 by the time we get there. If she does 30 by celebration, guess what she can do right out of celebration? 40 and hit 3-star. So I am literally asking you to run with us. If you are a consultant that has never hit manager, you've got 6 weeks until celebration. Commit to it and let's go. If you're a manager and you've never hit director, 6 weeks, that's 1 consultant a week or less, right? Let's go. We can figure out how to do it. If you're a director that's never hit executive, there is so much money on the table to help you guys do it. And Laura sent out some voice memos earlier on in the week to some threads with some of our leaders that got me so fired up, because she said, you can't do this alone. Like, if Laura and I are like, we're rank advancing and no one's coming with us, it doesn't work. But when we lock arms and we truly bring everybody with us, right? And the consultants go managers, managers go directors, managers go 5-cycle bonus, 5-cycle goes 1-star, directors go executive, 1-star goes 2-star, and we are running together. And all of that momentum, number one, people want to be where we are. Like, it's so fun. It's so exciting. People want to be a part of it. We get to celebrate each other. We really get to help each other. And that is what the beauty of this business is. And so I posted in our page, hey, who wants to go for it? And Chris was one of the first people, and Danielle went, and Laura went, and my sister went, and Kisa went. And I will tell you guys, leaders go first. But I'm asking you and I'm inviting you to come with and run with us. Whatever you thought about at NYKO, this is what you were going to do. Or when you first started to build Isagenix, this is what you were going to do. Like, we've got less than 6 months until the rest of the year, right? You've got less than 6 months, and ask yourself, how do you want to finish? What do you want celebration to look like? What do you want NYKO to look like? What has Isagenix done for you that you want to pay forward? And I promise you guys, we're going to have so much fun. What the company is rolling out is mind-blowing. We are going to have so much fun. If you have not watched the video I put in Dreamers about our new Chief Science Officer and the products coming out, like, you need to watch that. You need to get excited that you are literally with the best company ever, with the products, with the culture, with the comp plan, everything about it. So I truly am so grateful for you guys. And the last thing, and I'm not trying to use our Dreamers in Action team to self-promote, but because a lot of people have asked about my book, and thank you. It will be on Amazon on Tuesday. I am bringing copies to Nashville, and anybody in Colorado can come to the launch. So I am shipping a lot of copies to Nashville because people have asked for it, but thank you guys. It is truly because of Isagenix and the income and the belief that that was even something that was able to happen. So have an awesome 4th of July. I want to see everybody's healthy recipes, right? And please comment in our rank advancement thread. Like, tell me your goal and let's go for it. And if you don't hit it right away, that's okay. It's going to get you further than where you are if you play small. So rise up and go for it. Even if you don't hit it, that doesn't make you a failure. It makes you better than if you sit there and do nothing. Okay? I love you guys. Happy Tuesday. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Ashley. Appreciate you. Good night.